The sun understands everything that you want in a spiritual level, on a spiritual plane and spiritual existence. Within staring into it for a considerable amount of time, you will start to notice an aura about it, which the moon directly mocks, even down to the cheeks. It's very interesting. Well, this sun, nothing new sits under it, and as a result of this, its light that it gives out would be knowledge. It would be an all-knowing sense of intuity. You can work on. You can't just keep it forever because you're eating GMOs. You're not going to keep it forever. You have to work at it and constantly, maintain it, or you'll regress. And your subconscious will tell you, it'll kick you in the ass and be like, dude, you're getting dumb again. So, yeah, the sun is a very interesting organism. I mean, whether it be a light disk or a living light organic sense of spiritual energy, if it was whatever it is. I mean, I've yet to know it for what it is exactly, but we're studying, and a lot of people are learning that it shines through the firmament, kind of like Isaac Newton when he holds that little crystal in his hand, and the light coming from the outside, which would be the vast kingdom, would come into the room, and it would shine through this crystal, and the room would be like the encasing, and the color spectrums come off of the crystal. So this sun would be in that sense like that crystal or whatever. It's very interesting, like how these Masons put these clues and stuff in it. So I start, I study into it a little bit more, and I find out intuitively with my own investigation and my own research and my own just kind of observation. I've noticed that when the sun gives off a lot of its energy, the people that watch it and become more one with it become empathetic, kind of like a lot of the telekinetic people you see online that are kind of like, there's nothing new under here. I'm not impressed. Not really impressed. I mean, it's grounds for being depressed because they say ignorance is bliss, but this would be like grounds for depression almost. It could take you, it could be, once you become knowledgeable, you could become, maybe unblissful or maybe just not impressed. I think I've been going through a lot of that. Really irritated and more just kind of like, there's nothing new here. You need to notice these things that are out in nature. They're just kind of like, you're a human, huh? Probably going to shoot me with the rifle. I could tell you're a piece of shit from a mile away. Let me just get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? They're real smart. And the sun is just, when you're out there, when you're in it, and you're in those elements, and you're getting that current under your feet constantly because you're walking through the woods and you're just part of the earth and one with it. You will communicate with the grass. You'll communicate with the trees. I mean, you're one with that shit. And that's what all this plastic and stuff is for. Everything you touch has an acrylic clear coat on it first. So everything you touch first is plastic initially, unless you got glass, bamboo, wood, shit like that, shaving down to the raw finish of it. And it's the only way you're getting away from this plastic dome prison, this plastic home that you're paying for. Is like a plastic prison. Check it out. Look what nylon's made out of. Look what polyester's made out of. Polymer. Plastics, So, stay awake on that. Now let's get to the what is possibly, my research and intuition has led me to understand that the black sun that's underneath the aurora borealis, which is there, dividing the two-dimensional planes of existence, one and the other not necessarily being in the kingdom of heaven, but being the observatories, the simulation, the temporary life. We've gone to see that Einstein, people like Einstein have taught us configurable pseudo-truths, where atoms were all of these things, and atoms was, responsible for all this shit. But atoms have been proven to be 100% empty space. So, with that being said, it would only prove that this is some kind of a temporary simulation. This skin here, this existence. I'm getting it from electro signals sent to my brain that's telling me that I'm feeling my hand and I'm feeling myself. And I'll go eat a steak, and that steak will exist because it exists here and it has a means of being made. It's a very really simple existence based on your intention. Your intention to do this and that. You can create something out of thin air based off your intention. Now, the difference between a Lucifer son and a Jesus son would be, the difference would be the teachings of a Jesus. Like, go out and get your own work and go do it and show your intention of making something out of yourself, and then do this and do that, and life will be good for you. Or you have the Lucifer son, which would be the black sun, which would be in the land of perpetual twilight, which would be also nicknamed the Twilight Zone, which sits underneath the tree stump, which I would love to go see what this place is about and see if it's really true, because there's so many explorers that have been here and said that it was true. I gotta see it for my goddamn self to see if it's real or not. Well, I've been studying about it anyways, and to understand the relation between a Jesus son and a Lucifer son, it would be like, yo son, you wanna get that pussy, son, right? Huh? You want some of that cake, boy? Huh? You want some of that? What do you want? Let me just give it to you real quick. You want an instant result, man. That's what you want. So I see the difference is just like polar opposite, but both of them would be in your best interest. So when I think about that, I study and I see maps of people sitting at tables with clouds floating over them, with steaks falling out of the clouds, powered by this place, which would be the land of perpetual twilight. Now that is very mind-blowing. Now, when I see maps in endless researchable, nicknamed, Utopia, Slate, Luck World, Repetitive Luck, it's just nuts. People are like fucking vomiting, like having a great time, like throwing up. And I looked at the maps and they're like, yeah, this place over here is the land of booze, and this place over here is this and that. Well, it's all based off of your intent. So both of these places are powered by intent, but they operate in a different way. One intention will be done through physical manual labor, which will bring through a miracle of consistent lineups of positive actions that will make more positive actions happen, which create miracles. This sun and this place will be responsible for creating natural miracles like birth and good friends doing good things and good deeds to others and things like that. But this place would be like excessive and gluttony and just excessiveness. But it wouldn't necessarily be bad unless you end up like one of these guys down here. I urge you guys to go and check this out. They have maps of this place. It literally sits underneath the giant tree stump. So there's other ones where it shows you a tree stump, and there's all kinds of different ones. This person here is just so full on food and the money and everything and the excess, and if you like to gamble, huh? Today's your lucky day. You know what I'm saying? It's just consistently, what do you want? You want a duck cake, motherfucker? You want what the fuck? Just make, it just comes with a temporal connection through your pineal gland with either sun. This one is going to make you telekinetic. Check out the telekinetic guys, man. Check them out. howtotelekinesis.com. I'll get on that later. And look up the maps for these Sharafa lands and perpetual twilight places that sit underneath the pole, literally. You know what I'm saying? Aurora Borealis shoots out, Northern Lights. It's unbelievable. See you again soon. Stay awake.